Alright, so the luxury of having two of these things, I was able to take one apart real quick just to see how to take the friggin' thing apart. See what's inside it. So, you're not going to need very many tools to take one of these things down. Flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, an Allen wrench, hammer. So, first things first. Let's see, where's my, there it is. So we've got this little screw on top. Take that off. Alright. This cap pops off. It's just plastic I can recycle. Got what looks like a little capacitor in here. Stuck in little tiny bits of wire. Not a whole lot. But there are a couple of little Torx bits in there. Take those off. And then this thing pops right off. It's got one of these little connector things in it. There's no gold plating, nothing in there. So the only thing in this is, you know, a few little pieces of wire, and that's all. Next, we move on to, we've got 4 screws on each corner that are holding this in place. And none of those are the right one. This one is. One of them was coming off. Sorry, this thing is probably older than me. It's a scrap find. Back in the day when I used to, you know, pick up junk from yard sales and all that stuff. Alright, so that comes off. Now, that part taps off, and this whole thing is iron. So, not a whole heck of a lot of value in there. And this is completely filled with rust. I think that was one of the first ones that they pulled off my boiler system. Alright, so now we've got this, some kind of a adjustment thing on the back. It's just a big flathead screw. Take that off. You have a magnet. That, I believe, is either non-magnetic stainless steel or brass. I'll have to take a file to it to figure out exactly what that is. Alright, so next, let's see, what did I do last time? Oh yeah. Next, it helps if you have a bench vise. Because what we have to do is tap out the piece in the middle. So that center part in there. And all you need, I'm just going to use this the old Torx bit driver. This one. And there goes. So this piece is this, which is not magnetic around here, so I'm imagining that's non-magnetic stainless steel. But this part, center part, is magnetic. And then you have the tube that it's in, which is all magnetic. Yep. And there's a little magnet way out back in the bottom. Alright, so now we are left with the main part of the motor that has the copper coil in the middle. And you guys are probably getting tired of seeing this, but I love this toy. Alright, so one quick slice. And now this will spread apart fairly easily. Allowing me to just pull out the middle part that has the copper in it. Check this. Not magnetic. It's pretty light. I would say that's cast aluminum. Alright, so now we just have this middle piece here. Nice and tight in the vise. Bring the bad boy back out. So now we've got a nice little chunk of copper, plastic, and all we have to do is take any kind of screwdriver or awl or any piece of metal you have from the other side and just tap out the coils. Now they don't always come out that easy. This one was really easy, so I am happy about that. And we're left with just steel. Alright, so two of these things I've taken apart. Alright, so let's see how much copper we got out of that. So out of two of these pumps, I got 1 pound 4 ounces. Not bad, I'll take it. Throw that in my copper bucket. Alright, so 1 pound 4 ounces of copper. We've got 13 ounces of aluminum. The wire is barely even worth measuring, and the rest is all steel. Alright, so next up we've got this Takeo cartridge circulator. It looks like it's going to be a fairly similar teardown to the other one. Still have these main Allen wrench screws going all the way around. Now that's something that I've seen on Craigslist, is people giving away boilers, dead boilers. So I don't know if it's worth it for you, but so we've got this chunk, which is going to have all the copper in it. This piece, hit it with a magnet. It is magnetic as heck. So that light iron pile. Now, on the last one, we had something back here that we had to unscrew first. But I am not seeing that on this one. But it could be hidden, and it's not. So, oh, that's spinning. Oh, look at that. There we go. Just like that. That was easy. So I just I stuck the centerpiece in there, which is completely rusted solid, but I see a brass piece in there, so I might dig for that in a minute. We'll see. Okay, so now we just have to get to the meat and potatoes of this one. So again, I'm going to clamp it down. Make sure that it's in there nice and tight. Bring out the beast. This one is clearly, I say clearly, yeah. It was a little bit harder to cut through than the last one, because the last one was aluminum, which is much softer metal. This one is magnetic, therefore it is ferrous. And, well, oh, because of the wires on the other side. So, these little wires on the bottom causing it to snag up. So, I also have to go dig out my wire cutters. Yeah, I gotta go dig out my wire cutters. Alright. Just like that, it's out. Yay! We got some tiny wire, steel. And does it pass the scratch test? Oh, it does. So you always want to make sure that before you start digging around in these things, make sure it's worth your time. It just takes a second to scratch the wire, because a lot of companies like to play cool tricks on scrappers and coat aluminum wire, which is, just wrong. Alright. And just like that, all that copper is coming out. Oops. Wow. The only downfall of the portavan is that sometimes you end up slicing the coil, and it makes for a little bit more cleanup at the end, but it's still a lot faster. All right, so now we're back to pounding out. Plastic. It's going to be quicker to pound it out. All right, copper. Copper, copper, more copper. Get all the little paper crap off there. These are paper, not plastic, so I suppose it's not a huge thing if you're going to melt it down and you don't remove them, because it's paper, it's just going to run off. All right, and there you have it. So that one was really easy. Tape. So on this fella, let's bring the scale out, see what we've got. We've got 10 ounces, so not bad. Not bad at all.